Hey, Flick, how are you?
Good, Sherry. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I know I do Zooms with you quite often, and your background looks different. Where are you today?
Yes, I'm at mom's house. I'm on vacation.
Okay.
My mom lives in Seattle, and
Oh,
this is where I guess you and I were at the FAC last year, right? Where you were on the faculty here,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
a few years before that, or quite a few years before that, I was when you got your FSA,
yeah.
right?
And
On
you're
the
kind enough
faculty.
to pass me,
Yeah,
so thank
yeah,
you.
right. Yeah. So, um, anyway, it's great to see you again.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the first time we met was like back in when I first started my chief actuary position in Ohio. I think you recruited me for the EA meeting, and we
yes,
talked
I
about
remember that.
GASB 43, 45. That seems so ancient now.
Yeah, which happily I've forgotten almost everything relative to that since then.
I think Gassy might be coming out with new statements soon anyway, so
Oh
newer
gosh.
than
Well,
the
if you're
70s.
trying to recruit, don't recruit me to speak on that. Anyway, it's good to see you, and congratulations for running for the board. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, trying to follow in your footsteps. I know you've been on the SOA board
Yeah,
for a little
right.
bit of time. Yeah. So speaking of SOA, I know, one of the questions I wanted to ask you, I think we all know that the world changes and the only thing that doesn't change is probably change itself, right? And for an organization, for an actuary, whatever the body might be, to stay relevant throughout all these changes, I think first we have to kind of understand the changes and then keep ahead of the changes, right? So in that theme, I wanted to ask, our profession has changed a lot during the years, and I'm sure it still is going to change in the years ahead of us. So just want to get your thoughts on what kind of changes you see ahead, and what are your thoughts on some of these changes?
Well, I'd say the biggest change that's impacting us is, this is just from my experience and from my years on the board, is just technology, AI, data science, and it's impacting us in two ways. I think one is when I started in 1979 and I was a math major, didn't know what I wanted to do, and actuary was something that people like me did, and it was been a great profession. I've really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
But now there's so many more options for math type people,
Mhm.
like data science, and they pay really well, and they don't have to take exams. So it's challenging. But then the other piece kind of related to that is just AI and data science. Now that's just changing the nature of our work.
Mhm.
You and I early in our careers did some really boring, tedious work that now can be done relatively easily.
Mhm.
But I'm concerned that that's going to cause problems with our how well educated we become when we are in the positions that you and I are in right now.
Yeah.
Decision consultants, advisors, and stuff.
Yeah.
So so the SOA has challenges in making sure our education system stays robust and
Yeah.
those kinds of things.
Well, a couple things come to mind. One is, I think technology can be a blessing and a curse, right? The blessing, for example, is me being able to connect with you from very, very far away cities. But at the same time, it could, pose threats and challenges, like you said. But I am hopeful that there are opportunities out there that SOA or the profession itself can explore to make sure that we can leverage what the changes are ahead of us to evolve with the times, as well as just leveraging it to making sure that we can bring the profession to the next level. So definitely food for thought for me.
Yeah, no, I'm excited that you'll be on the board to help, kind of steer
Fingers
our profession
crossed.
in this way.
Nothing's for sure yet, but fingers crossed.
Well, I'm crossing my fingers.
All right. Well, thank you, Flake. I
Yeah,
will
and
talk
good
to you
luck.
again soon.
Great
All
to see
right.
you.
Bye bye.